tell me about the financing side of things. So you mentioned sort of in passing here that you're looking at owner financing, which is also really cool. And I think people that haven't gone out and done acquisition, the mechanics of how that works is really important, but understanding the basics also makes people comfortable with potentially going down that path. So how do you do it? Do you always do it owner financed? Do you ever do it? Give me the breakdown there.
There's a couple different ways. Number one, it's having a clear list of what the benefits are to the seller, because they may not be aware of it either, right? And so, we go over the big ones are, number one, they could defer taxes. And so any capital gains that they were going to owe the federal government by selling it via an installment sale, which is owner financing, each year they only are going to pay the capital gains in correlation to the amount of principal that they're getting from the loan that they're loaning you. So instead of them getting whacked all in one year with this big tax bill, they basically get to spread out this tax bill over a number of years, whether it's 5 years, 10 years, however long they're gonna spread the deal out for you. And so they get to defer taxes. They get monthly cash flow from it, right? Every single month you're paying them, and then they get flexible terms and they get interest. And so they're getting probably above market returns, and it's from an investment for them that in a lot of cases they know very well. They could have been in it for 20 years. Like they understand the business and they trust, right, that people are in our business, they're going to keep getting their car fixed and I'm going to pay them versus, I don't know, they get this big lump sum of money and then they have to place it with a financial advisor who's going to place it in the market that they may or may not trust. And then every month, if it's not going well, like this sum of money is just going to get depleted, right? Versus, every month an ACH or a check shows up in their mailbox and, they live their life kind of on that cash flow. And so those are kind of the three big benefits that we really get people on. And then once we got their head nodding that, okay, yeah, this sounds good. We negotiate with, this is my secret here, with three numbers.
I won't tell anybody.
We offer the down payment, the monthly payment, and then the number of months. So we would negotiate a deal such as, hey, we'll pay you, I don't know, $50,000 down and, $3,000 a month for the next, 50 months. Right. And so in total, we're going to pay whatever, $200,000, right? $50,000 plus whatever, 3,000 times 50. And so we negotiate off those three things. And then they'll say, well, I want more money down, or, hey, I want, for 60 months and whatever. And then we can play with those numbers. But down payment, monthly payment, number of months. Then once we're agreed on that, then we can back into what's the purchase price, what's the interest rate, given an amortization. We get all these crazy numbers with decimals and pennies and stuff. But people want to know, how much money is going to show up, how much money am I going to get up front, and then how much money is going to show up every month, as opposed to, hey, I'll give you, $189 at 6% interest for whatever. And then once the buyer and the seller come to an agreement, then we turn it over into, what does the note look like? Like, what's the interest rate? We back into all the other aspects of it, of furnishers and fixtures and all the other reasons for taxes on both sides. But to keep it simple, to start, to have a conversation, get a negotiation off, those are the three numbers we work from.
The financial lexicon required to communicate through those deals becomes intense for lots of people. But you need to understand it, and you need to know it. And even entrepreneurs that spend their life in business don't spend their life in finance necessarily. So if you're talking to a body shop owner, it makes, or automotive repair owner, it makes a lot of sense that anything that leans in the direction of structuring a financial deal would stop the conversation, as opposed to get somebody excited to lean into it.